What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of our Southend United career. I apologise for not doing a live gameplay in a while. I think the last few episodes that we've played have all been me doing a commentary over the top, but it's just been the way that things have worked out. We haven't been able to kind of do too much. You can see there we have two big games coming up today, both against Chelsea in not the FA Cup, because the FA Cup is right there, the Carabao Cup, but the FA Cup we were playing against Sunderland. We started off and they did score an early goal. Wasn't sure how it was going to end. I thought I was going to lose, but we ended up equalising, making it 1-1. That was it at full time, and that was going to take it into a replay, which we will get on to later on in the episode. We had a couple of offers coming in. It was around the transfer window. Mark Oxley will actually be leaving the club. He's wanted to leave for a while. We didn't really change much. We didn't go for his contract to renew. I think we renewed it last year for one more year, and obviously now it is running out. So that was that. This is our team selection for the Chelsea game. We were quite low on fitness, so we couldn't play all of our best players, but it was time. This is in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. It was big. I couldn't not take the opportunity to play it. And me playing it doesn't always mean that we're going to win. I know I can play quite well on Legendary, but yeah, sometimes I just do get smashed, as you may well see later on. Just a little heads up. They did start off, though, off the post. Like, they were all over us. We couldn't even get anything. They should have scored at least 2 or 3, been 2 or 3 up already. Then we jump a massive amount of time. We're after half-time. Another opportunity for them. That one just goes wide. And finally, we get an opportunity. This is really the first real time we get in. And Theo Robinson manages to slot it away. Bottom left corner, past the keeper. I think it may have been Courtois Caballero in goal. I can't remember off the top of my head. But that was 1-0. And then the floodgates opened. Look at that. Who was that? I think that was Leon Hendry. His name's not even Leon. It's Stephen Hendry. It was Stephen Hendry. He managed to get that one in off the post. And then all of a sudden, again, another goal off the exact same post. A very familiar goal. Theo Robinson made it 3-0. The game had just completely changed all of a sudden. They brought it out onto the wing here. They managed to get ahead to it. That did bring one back. Were they going to carry on coming back, score any more goals? They still had chances. Timo Werner there manages to mess it up though with the ball roll. And all of a sudden we are on the run. Back through to Simon Cox. He doesn't have much pace. He was on as a sub though, so he had more stamina. That made it 4-1. We beat Chelsea 4-1. There is the final whistle just about now, if we ever get through to it. There we go. That was 4-1. And we kind of disposed of Chelsea really handily. We carried on. Joe Willock has had quite a few offers in for him recently, even in the last episode and I think earlier on. But we rejected that. We don't want to sell him. We drew a game against Wigan that quickly followed into a game against Sunderland, which was actually in the Championship. I thought it was our cup game, but it turns out it wasn't. Hopefully I haven't missed it out, because if so, I don't know. But we lost that one 1-0. Then we were up against Chelsea once again. This was the return leg, the return fixture at the Bridge. It was going to be insanely difficult. They were going to be going for it, but we have a 3-goal buffer. It would be silly of us to throw it away. We'll jump in. The highlights aren't very long. You'll see why in a second. But we started off, what are we in? The 20th minute already. We had an opportunity, went wide. We were kind of defending. I wouldn't have said we were parking the bus, but we were a bit more defensive than normal. They couldn't really take their chances. We break all the way into the 57th minute, and finally, off the post. Nothing happens, and again, they miss it again. There is a goal coming up though at some point. Who's going to score it? You can probably guess who. It is actually going to be Chelsea. There you go. I think that was Morata, if I am correct. That was straight into the top corner. That made it, 4-2 on aggregate, 1-0 on the day. But then we're in the 89th minute of the match. There's not really much they can do except for get one more, which did put the pressure on, because if they managed to score a final one, that would have been it. But that was the knockout stages. I think we're playing someone like Norwich in the final. I couldn't quite look quick enough there, but I think it's Norwich in the final. So that's exciting. That'll be coming up in an episode on its own in the future. We carried on though. Our league form has been poor without us even realising. We managed to draw with Hull. Then finally we were finishing off with another match against Sheffield United, this time away. And I cannot actually remember off the top of my head what happened in this one. I think we did actually lose, and there we go. We lost that. That is kind of condemning us to our bad form. We are slipping down the table. I know I haven't looked at it in a while, but we are gradually slipping down. We needed a big result against Wolves, and we did not start off with that at all. We were losing 1-0. Then an unlucky deflection there through the legs of Ted Smith. I may actually need to replace him at some point soon because he has let it slip recently quite a bit. That was 2-0 within 20 minutes. We managed to get one back near post. That was Eddie Nketiah's nice shot past the keeper. I was thinking that was going to be a way back in. But no, the defence just collapsed. 3-1 after 24 minutes. That is something that's unheard of. 4 goals that quickly. They had more pace than us on the counter-attack. Our defence was struggling like anything. And look, we just stood off. Easy stuff for them. Ted Smith again. Poor work. It's not even like I can put in Mark Oxley because he is leaving now. That was 4-1. We jumped to the 81st minute, if I can see that correctly. And they get another one. So yes, I was actually playing the match and we lost 5-1. Which really wasn't great. Training continued on. Aidan Bennett, he's getting there. He's up at a 72 now, which means that he is around the same rating as Joe Willock. So he's really on the fringes of breaking into the first team and taking that position. But anyway, next game, Bolton. We managed to get a bit back on track then. Norwich in the Carabao Cup. I think that was actually the final. And I didn't even realise. But we actually, I think, just won the Carabao Cup final. I thought that was a league game. I've only just seen that now. Okay. Yeah, we won a trophy. And I didn't even realise. The Carabao Cup final, that is ours. We've won. We won a trophy. That is fantastic. But there's our league. We're in 14th. We slipped down. Our manager ratings are like low 60s. But yeah, we've won the league. I think that is literally, that's incredible. We've won the league. What can I say? Thank you all for watching, guys. That is how we're going to end. Pure shock. If you did enjoy, hit like, stay subscribed as always, and I'll see you all in the next episode.
I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the road